We're gonna look so similar. Everyone's gonna be like, I didn't know you had a twin.
Because I'm gonna make enemies. Oh, put that in.
It's kale! It's kale like that. Vegetable.
I've not had this book hyped up for literally years for it to be like this. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see, I have a guest, which I've been meaning to do this video for ages. A couple months ago I did my mum picks my books, and now we're doing the person that basically got me back into reading.
Actually,
let's be honest.
who's the person who should be known in the family as the reader, but somehow got overtaken?
She reads, but like doesn't talk about what she reads, so she's not known for it. So if there's anyone's recommendations that I trust, it is going to be Beth. And so we're going to break it down into 3 sections. She's going to choose from my TBR, and then she's going to choose from her bookshelf, and then we are going to go into a bookshop and she's going to choose a book that I will buy, which I think that will be the most interesting, because it might be one you have, but it might be one you've just heard about, which will be scary.
Oh, I have so many thoughts on so many of these. Well, I'm gonna start at the bottom because I don't know about the Story Spinner. Sorcerer of Thorns was fine. You read this? Did I really? This one was bad. I keep remembering she said one thing, and I kept thinking she said like, "Oh, I'm so tall. I'm so tall." I don't know. I'm pretty sure she keeps saying in this, "Oh, like me being like 5'7", like I'm a monster," and I got really annoyed because I'm 5'7".
How tall are you?
Yeah, I was gonna say how tall. I was like, all right. In the Veins of Drowning, I've heard is really good, but I kind of want to pick one. A Court of Miracles is so bad. It's like a Les Mis retelling, but no. Cinder. Now I've heard good things about this. Someone wrote a dissertation on this book. And Mothers Knows Best no. So I don't think anything on this pile. Now Throne. Okay. Because I'm gonna make enemies. Right. I'm gonna set the scene. Okay. I'm in a bookshop. Okay. I'm with my friend. Suddenly I see Sarah J. Maas, like the whole thing. I start going off on one, being like, "This is stupid. I hate this series so much." Turn around. There's a bookkeeper there.
Oh god.
She goes, "That's my favourite series." And I'm like, I've really put my foot in it now. Now I know people have their connections to Sarah J. Maas, and I understand it to an extent. The first 3 books in this series, gold.
Oh.
Loved
not what I
them,
expected you to say.
ate it up, thought it was stunning. Now, I don't know how much to say to
Don't
spoil it,
anything.
but there's a certain character that gets introduced in the 3rd one or the 4th one. Booktop, love him. Eat him up. To Booktalk, this is like perfection in character format. I stopped reading because of him.
That's crazy to stop reading because of a character.
To read it. So I'm gonna put this on my maybe pile. Can I put this on my maybe? Now, 6 Crimson Cranes. Hated it. Fine. I think the thing that really threw me off about this book is the cover, because now this is the cover, right? And then if you look at the back for the sequel, her skin tones are 2 different skin tones. I remember reading this, and she's like the POV character, and she's like, apart from like my mother, I'm like the darkest skinned person in the room. And I remember keep looking at it being like, huh? And then I looked online and everyone else said the same thing, and they said that it was really misleading and they didn't enjoy it. Also because I think the person who writes this isn't a person of colour. So I think that's where it came into it. Truly Devious changed my brain chemistry. I think I'm going to give you Stone of Glass.
Yeah, I was hoping you would. Okay, book 1 has been selected. We're going to head on over to Beth's bookshelf and pick from there. See, you should be a book talker. Beth's bookshelf.
That bookshelf goes crazy.
How many likes on this video for you to become a book talker?
50,000. I don't have any thoughts about books, kind of. Like I do, but nothing that
I feel like the 7 minutes of choosing from my TBR says otherwise.
So we have up here, we have a lot of like pirate books on top shelf, which the camera can't see, but this camera can see. And then we've got Kingdom of the Wicked, Kingdom of the Cursed, Pirate King ones, All the Stars and Teeth. So this is like quite like not everything, because we have like the cursed stuff, and this one's a pirate book. This one might be good. It's my murder mystery. Oh, I mixed up Truly Devious and Ace of Spades, did I? I did. This, Before the Coffee Gets Cold, good.
Oh,
Fabulous.
I keep meaning to read that.
Before We Say Goodbye, okay, not as good as the first one, but
I have pictures to prove otherwise.
Night Circus, but you won't like it, but I love it, and you really
Why
should.
won't I like it?
Because it's like,
This is your opportunity to get me to read books.
yeah, low-key, I might get you to read The Starless Sea, which is my favourite shelf. So we have the Six of Crows, Shadow and Bone, and then Powerless. I haven't read this one yet, though. I've got, if I'm going to my Mind Palace, I've got two that I think. We are either going to give you The Dagger and the Flame,
Mm-hmm.
sexy book.
Yep.
Wield the
Yeah,
dagger.
nice straight edge.
In a deadly game of revenge, the most dangerous mistake of all is falling in love.
Oh, real.
T or Silver Cloak.
Oh.
She will bring them to her knees. Their knees.
Remember when you messed up?
Gorgeous map.
Oh, that is nice.
Stunning map. And gorge.
Oh.
Now, this world magic is fueled. I don't know where to go.
Unless you
Magic is fueled by pain and pleasure.
Oh my god, you were talking about this one the other day in Waterstones.
Now, I don't want to mess this one up because I feel like this is important. I don't want to give you something the same that you read, but I also don't think you would pick this one up naturally. Oh,
I thought you were going to pick Cassandra Clare.
now these are banging, but I think these are like more deep.
Okay.
He is stable. You are deep. Don't put that in. I liked
Okay,
it.
perfect. Good job. We will see you next for picking Waterstones. So my sister has actually gone back today, but instead of us both going shopping together, I basically told her to just go pick me a book, and she actually very kindly paid for it, so thank you, Beth.
Okay, so me when I turn into a YouTuber, I was in the bookstore and I found this book, Beth is Dead, and it's funny because my name is Beth. No, it's fine. I'm just doing a video for them, and it's called Beth is Dead, and it's funny because my name is Beth. So I'm gonna get this, and I hope you enjoy it. It's like a Little Women like retelling thing, but murder. So.
Okay. Like, this genuinely feels like a little bit nerve-wracking. I have no idea, based on what she's gotten. How did she find this? I sent this to her the other day. It is Beth is Dead. It's a Little Woman, like, murder mystery. But obviously my sister's name is Beth, which I'm guessing is the main reason why she did this. And I sent it to her the other day because... who published this? I must have seen it. This is interesting. Do you know what? This is interesting. Oh, it's Scholastic. Interesting. Because this is very different from fantasy. That's really interesting, actually. Interesting lighting. I have my like projector and then my warm light on. Okay, that will have to do. I figure now is as good a time as any to update you guys on Throne of Glass. I am 40 pages in. Let me actually pop you up here. Basically, if you don't know what Throne of Glass is about, the main girl is like a very, very well-known assassin who a year ago got caught and has been in like the I guess it's like a prison. She has to work in the mines and stuff like that. But the book starts with her basically getting brought in front of the prince, and he's like, listen, I have an offer for you. You can earn your freedom, but you have to basically compete in this like trial, I'm guessing, and we don't really know too much about what it is right now, against other like assassins or people that could be assassins. And if you win, you will be the king's official assassin, and then after 3 years you can be free. Like, the premise is very interesting. I would say at this point I am not connected to it at all. and I don't really know whether maybe I've just not like been really like paying attention as much as I should have. I love when books start in the action, but it's not like action nice. I'm like, I don't really know who she is. We've already got like 2 characters that are already kind of like warming to her, and I haven't warmed to her yet, so I'm like, what are you guys seeing that I'm not seeing? I do feel like one of my main problems is it's quite like it explains everything. She'll say, this is my wildest dreams, this is my biggest fear, and then he'll say, oh, she looks kind of innocent, but she's an assassin, by the way. And it's like, she doesn't trust the audience to like, or readers I guess, to know or like interpret. Finding myself getting a little frustrated because I'm like, leave a little to the imagination. I want to figure some of this stuff out. I don't want it like, I know you know she's an assassin. It's not even done in an interesting way or like through metaphors or anything. It's straight up, I could escape, but then they would catch me. I am like definitely gonna give it a chance because I've heard nothing but good things about this, but I'm a bit confused because so far I feel like I was enjoying ACOTAR more than I'm enjoying this, which usually this is meant to be like her best. I do really appreciate the fact that the cover has this on, by the way, that you can like, it's like raised. Love that. I've barely read any more, but so far I am not loving it. I guess we're gonna get into the main plot soon, like the champion competition, but I'm just not crazy about any of the characters, which is making it a little bit hard to get into. She's the most interesting, but even then I don't see her as an assassin, so again maybe the trial will help with that, but so far it's just a bunch of pettiness and not really, I don't see her as an assassin. Like I said, I think the men are just very transparent and not very different. The 2 main, the captain of the guard and the prince, I'm not rooting for either. I will let you know if/when anything changes, which I really hope it does, because I've not had this book hyped up for literally years for it to be like this. Throne of Glass update is, I am definitely substantially more interested. I still kind of hold a lot of the same opinions, but it's just bugging me. Like, she is very arrogant, but then doesn't back it up. They just had their first trial, and I just feel that she doesn't make any decisions for herself. That she doesn't direct the narrative, like she just follows along with what people are telling her to do. I'm really not believing that she's an assassin, and then they do something where she's really good at target practice, and I'm like, that's not enough. It's like, because even the guy was saying a couple of chapters ago, we had him being like, actually she's really sweet and nice and all of this, and I haven't really seen her do anything assassinate. I'm like, me neither. Also, do not remember anyone's names. The only name I remember is like a side character called Nox, and he's kind of a vibe. I can't remember her name. It's like Kate. In my head I'm saying Cadence, but I know that's not. And then he's like Chow. I don't know how to pronounce it. Should I go ask my sister how she pronounces the names? Hang on. I want to know how you pronounce the names in this.
No, okay.
Because I forget their names. Let me try find them all. I have nowhere to prop the camera up, so I'm gonna have to hold it.
Because there's a way I say it, and there's a way that it's supposed to be said.
And you know both?
I know both. So I say Selena.
Okay, I was literally just saying, I have not known her name so much that I've just in my head she's Cadence.
Cadence?
I didn't even think it was that, I just call her that.
I call it Selena. I think it is Selena.
Okay.
I think it is. There's obviously Dorian. I think it's
Oh yeah, Dorian, of course,
Dorian.
I forgot his name.
Is that his name or is it Doran?
No, I think it is Dorian.
In my mind, it was like Cole.
Okay,
It was like
similar,
Cole.
I'm Cowl.
Kale. Something.
Kale.
It's kale.
It's Kale!
It's kale like that. Vegetable. It's kale.
No, it's not.
Cowl is how I've been thinking.
I kind of just did Cole. I was like, it makes sense.
Yesterday I finished Throne of Glass and I ended up giving it a 4-star. I really enjoyed this book. The beginning was really slow. I really enjoyed the end. My main complaint is what I said to you earlier on, which was she didn't give too much assassin vibes. I feel like I was a bit generous with the 4-star. I think it's just because I really enjoyed the last bit, but she didn't really give assassin vibes. I would have liked a bit more about what went on in the trials. A lot of the time it was like, oh, it's 3 weeks later and we've done 3 trials, and I'm like, would have liked to have seen that. Everything else was really cool. The intrigue, it was a bit confusing at times, like I really had to lock in my brain, but it was really good. And then my only other criticism is I don't really get a good read on her, which is kind of what I was saying anyway, but on like how she feels about situations. I'm saying all of this now and I'm like, why did I give it a 4-star? But I'm going to stick to it because last year I feel like I was too harsh. Particularly there is a love triangle in this. I also feel like I've heard it becomes like a love square or something later on in the series, but you don't really get an impression about whether she, like, how she feels about the people. There's just an occasional like, oh, they're really handsome. I'm like, do you want to be with them? What's going on? That I finished last night, and then I pretty much immediately picked up Silver Cloaked, and I'm only 21 pages in, but it did catch my interest pretty immediately. I feel like the magic system at the start reminded me slightly of Stephanie Garber's type of, like, it's very whimsical magic, which I really liked. However, the actual theme of it is very dark. Both pleasure and pain feed magic, essentially. And it starts with a really cute scene. It's like chapter 1, so it's not really a spoiler, but a really cute scene with her parents, and very Harry Potter-esque. Her parents get killed by magic, and then we're now years later, and it's very clear revenge is on her mind, but she's been training and going through this whole process in order to be able to enact her revenge. And I don't quite know what her plan, like how that's going to happen right now, but I'm really also hopeful for a found family vibe in this, because we have a core group already and they've already introduced a little bit of like the dynamics and the relationships. Like there's an ex already in the core group, which is fun because then you're already like, wow, okay, there's history here, rather than just like meeting them fresh. So I am enjoying this and I'm excited to see the magic at play. And it's also just revealed that she's keeping a secret, which I'm intrigued to see what that secret is. So yeah, that is what I'm doing right now, and I hope I will get through this very quickly, but I am going to start uni soon, and so it could be a little bit of a while, but I'm feeling very hopeful. Honestly, what a start to 2026. We've got a 5-star read and a 4-star read. This is amazing.
Eons pass like seconds fly. With you time can't satisfy. I'd steal minutes, borrow hours, but forever's clock still cowers. A millennium seems a blink. Your love makes time shrink. I'd bargain with Father Time for just a moment more of your prime. With you forever feels too short, and eternity can't fill my spot. I trade galaxies for extra days. With you, my love, no time decays. With you forever feels too short. A paradox, my heart's retort. I'll make the most of every nanosecond with you.
My room is a little bit of a mess behind me, but basically I ended up DNFing, or at least pausing, Silver Cloak, because I was just really struggling to get into it, and I was like a third of the way in and I was not motivated in any way to pick this up. Like literally I wasn't thinking about it other than thinking like, oh, I want to finish it so I can like get on to other books. And maybe the part of the issue was I was getting quite stressed at the amount of time it was taking me to read, and I was like, I don't want to go into a slump. I want to be reading books. So far I've only read like 2 and this was the 3rd. Obviously it is only like the 3rd week of January, 2nd week, I don't know. But yeah, so I ended up swapping over to this one and literally started this morning, halfway through, and I'm really enjoying it. Basically, I think I mentioned, and I think my sister also mentioned, it's a Little Woman retelling, so it's like modern day, and the premise is basically that the Little Woman book as we know exists here, but it was written by the dad as like almost like an expose of his family, and it got him a lot of hate because of privacy concerns and also what's a man doing writing about women type thing. And we see all the sisters sort of deal with the repercussions of that. There's 2 timelines, so we see the books come out and all those repercussions and everything that's going on there, and then also then in the present day timeline, Beth dies, which obviously we know she dies in the book. She dies in the dad's book too, which is what's crazy, because it's like, why would you, like, everything else in the books were true, like entirely true, but then basically you're like, if you read it you'll find out, but basically he wrote that Beth died even though she didn't, and then she gets murdered in the present timeline, and so it's like a murder mystery. It's such a cool concept. Like, how do you even think to do that? And it is so fast-paced. I was reading this on the train this morning. I read 125 pages in like 40 minutes. I was going through it, and then I was like, I need to actually calm down because I've not vlogged any of this because I'm on the train. So I had to force myself to stop, which was so annoying because I didn't really read much on the way back. I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely not like a 5-star, but it's just such a good like palette cleanser. It's like all the characters are very accurate to how they are in the actual book, so seeing them like exist in our timeline is very like cool, with all modern references, going off to universities and that sort of thing. Very cool. So I am very interested in it, and I will probably finish it today, to be honest, and then I might come back to this. We shall see. There was just a revelation that I was like, because I thought it was going to go one way and it's gone another way. I'm like halfway through. This is like the first book in a while that I've been like itching to read. Like, I was watching a show and I was just like, I kind of want to read. I kind of want to find out. Like, I don't even know. It's not even like amazing. It's just such a good palette cleanser, easy, fun, interesting read. And like, yeah, like I said, I don't really know what's going on, and I quite like a lot of the characters, and I'm kind of worried about some of them, so I'm having a lot of fun with this. It's very different from like the type of book I read. I'm so glad she picked this because I really want to diversify my taste a little bit more, and this is just so fun and unique, and I'm just having a really good time reading this, and I'm kind of sad that I feel like I'm going to read it really quick.
Vixen on the beat.
I genuinely do not know who did it, and I have this much left. I'm so confused. I think I know who it is. I'm not going to tell you guys, don't worry. I was literally about to say I thought it earlier, but I didn't want to say because I didn't want to spoil it, but then I was like, wait, I was never going to say who it is. But I've had suspicions on this person for a while, and now it seems like it's potentially coming to fruition. I don't know if I want to finish it. I literally have so little left. I am really tired, and it's nearly midnight, but I might just finish it. I wish I'd committed to my theory earlier, because I'm right. Oh, this is creepy. That's sad.
finish it, or did it finish me? I think I'm gonna go to sleep and I'll give you my thoughts tomorrow because I'm a little bit of a wreck right now. This is like a week later, I think, but I just wanted to give a final roundup of the books from this video. So obviously Throne of Glass I actually ended up enjoying, but what made me laugh when because I was like editing, I felt like I didn't enjoy most of the process, and then I didn't actually record the parts where I enjoyed it. So I ended up rating it a 4-star, and I think I said earlier, I do wonder if that was slightly generous, but I'm gonna keep it because if that was what I was feeling at the time. But looking back, I think it probably would have been like a 3.5 or 3.75. And then Silvercloaked, I ended up DNFing. I just was really struggling, like I wasn't getting into it. I felt like it was, the whole point was you're meant to kind of be rooting for her, but I was like, why? I don't think we spent enough time with her in a compassionate way before. And obviously like the whole concept of it being plain and pleasure, obviously it's going to be smutty and it's going to be like violent, but like that's kind of all it was, and I wasn't getting the found family vibe that I was hoping for. Maybe that comes in later. In fairness, I did only end up reading like a third of it. Yeah, I just really wasn't enjoying it, and to the point where I was like actually resentful that I was having to pick it up. So I just thought better leave it and move on to another one, and then I can come back to it at another time if I want to. And then the final book, Beth is Dead, obviously you guys saw I did really enjoy. One of my reading goals this year has been to push myself out into different genres and different styles of books, and I do really think that was that. It was very interesting as someone who has both read and watched Little Women to see the interpretation of it. As you know, I was very invested, so I was really glad. I think weirdly, even though I don't think I scored that, maybe I gave that a 4-star. What did I end up giving that actually? Because that might have been 2 4 stars, in which case congratulations Beth. Yeah, 4-star. With like Beth is Dead, I read it in like a day, and I was having to stop myself from reading it on the train and all of that. I haven't had that feeling for a while, and I do think as much as I love fantasy, and I do really want to read more of it this year because I think there's something more like intricate and emotionally attaching in that. It is fun to have, which was what I was used to get from my romance, is something just to absolutely binge. And so I do think that was my favourite, and then obviously Throne of Glass, and then Silvercloaked, which if you guys have read Silvercloaked and you liked it, convince me to try again in the comments. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if there's any other videos you want me to do, like reading wise or elsewise, is that a word? I don't know. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're not already, please do subscribe and join the little family we have here, and I will see you in the next video.